Hello YouTube family, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Sharita and welcome. In today's video, we are going to dive into fragrances that are perfect for high heat, sticky humidity, the heat wave that the Midwest, the South, basically everyone is having right now in the United States. Honey, this is the perfect time to explore scents of this category if you don't have any or if you are looking for more. I know that a lot of people, especially fragrance creators, are kind of gearing up for fall, but the average person is really just starting to really pull out the fragrances that are high heat. Now, I will say that in Georgia, we're having a milder summer than usual, but child, I just got back from Chicago. That is where you go to get a break. It's usually a good 75 in Chicago. At least when I was there 15 years ago, that's what you're getting in the summer. Honey, it was 108 with the heat index. Thank God. I primarily bought a lot of fresh fragrances because we looked at the weather and I was like, it's gonna be like we're in Georgia. It was like in Georgia, but worse. So let's go ahead and dive into these because they are amazing. I got the idea to do this from my girlfriend Chris at the Perfume Nest. I was getting in glam for today to film and I needed one more video idea that I just hadn't settled on before I filmed today, and this was it. I feel like you all can use these because the heat ain't about to let up no time soon at the rate we're going, all right? So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. All right, you guys, so the first one I want to talk about, I have had for at least a few weeks now. This was sent over to me a travel. They offered this to me the full bottle. I was looking at the notes. I'm like, let me go ahead and get a travel first to see how we like it. I looked at the notes. Okay, from Ormond Jane, this is Vetiveria. And I was like, this is probably gonna lean masculine. I don't need a full bottle. Let's just see where we are with the travel. Y'all, sexy but juicy citrus. It's aromatic in a way that is going to be so easy for a feminine fragrance wearer or someone who enjoys a unisex scent to pull off. Sometimes we say unisex scent and it can still lean quite masculine. You just have to be a girl that can pull it off. This one, I feel like, even though it is a lot of vetiver, you're mentioning like a clary sage, I think this wears so citrusy juicy that you want something like this when you're in the mood for something fresh, but you want to have that sex appeal. This is just beautiful. Oh my God, like Ormond Jane, the way they will have you smelling classy and so is just chic and confident, but with this layer of not trying too hard and understated. Also complex. Like it's a lot of things and I just love this house. If you're looking for classy scents, must try house. So this one opens with a very easy to wear lime. Lime can definitely be troublesome depending on the way it's done. Rest assured they know how to blend, all right? So it opens with lime, juniper berry, timber, which is a form of pepper, and clary sage. You have middle notes of lavender, orange, bellflower, and jasmine, and you have base notes of vetiver, tonka bean, musk, and rock rose. So rock rose is typically something that is, it's like labdanum. It is labdanum. So on Fragrantica, they have a picture of a rose. It's not rose. If it's actually a rock rose they used in here, that is going to give a leathery touch. However, when I smell this, I don't smell anything that smells super leathery, which is what I love about a labdanum. It can come off either way. Sometimes it's just there adding a sexiness, a sexy quality, but you don't know what it is, okay? The vetiver tea, done so well, and it's not overdone to where it makes it lean super masculine, which vetiver can do, especially when you're talking about juniper, sage, lavender, and vetiver in one fragrance. Surprisingly, not overly masculine. So check this one out if you love a good vetiver note and you love a good citrus forward fragrance, okay? Beautiful for this time of year, but because she's so sexy, we're gonna do fresh date night, okay? High heat date nights, all right? Again, this one is Vetiveria and this is from the house of Ormond Jane. Now this next one honestly doesn't need an introduction, but when I tell you this is my most worn fragrance of the summer, because I don't think I've had this doggone thing 2 months now. All right, with a collection of this size, the fact that you can smell this beautiful, this fresh, this perfect for $50. Okay, so this is from the house of Hermes and this is Un Jardin sur la Lagune. Sampled it in the airport in Tokyo, came right on back here and ordered a full bottle from Joma Shop. Should have gotten the bigger one. This will absolutely be repurchased. My sister smelled this on me, loved it. I actually got her a bottle for her birthday. Hers looks like mine, and she's only had hers for a month, all right? This scent did not come into play. I don't know what makes it so magical and so special, but it's one that I could literally smell every day, and it is perfect for high heat. So this features a really prominent magnolia. You also have sea notes, woody notes, lily, and pittosporum. I think maybe it's because I don't know what the heck pittosporum is or what it's supposed to smell like. Maybe that is the unique quality that I'm getting. I love the way the magnolia really shines in this fragrance because you're getting like white floral, but not in a typical designer way. This is so elevated, but so very fresh. The sea notes do not come off as something troublesome and funky and marine-like. This is like the most beautiful ocean air just in your face. There's this beautiful sea mist that the breeze is bringing towards you, and you're on somebody's yacht. If you got this on, honey, you are on someone's beach, someone's yacht, someone's 5-star luxury resort, but without breaking the bank. Because this is older and it is designer, you can get this at a steal. So of course everything is always linked below, but I got mine from Joma Shop, and that is where I recommend you pick it up because this is a 10 fresh fragrance that is perfect for this time of year. Again, this one is Un Jardin sur la Lagune from Hermes. Next up is actually a layering combination with body products. Now, if you have anything from Brown Sugar Babe, if you have anything from Skin Potion, like these are body products where you don't need a scent of the day. And the less that we can, you know, do as far as how much we're spraying or just the heaviness of the scent, the better you're going to be in really high heat. Because even if you're wearing something really beautiful, if it feels too heavy, it just makes you feel sweatier, hotter, dirtier. I don't know, something about it. Whereas when it's high heat and the humidity that we deal with in Georgia, baby, some days you just got to be powdery fresh or citrusy fresh or something of the sort. This combo right here, y'all, you can see where the lotion, the body milk from Skin Potion, oh my God, just so hydrating, and it leaves this perfect amount of sheen and oil on your body. So me, I love to take a break from the heavy butters that they offer, but that's mostly what I have is the butters. So a lot of my Skin Potions were relegated to fall, winter, because I've got like the vanillas and the candies and the thick, heavy roses. Island Muse has just wowed me. And someone commented that they were underwhelmed with this release of Island Muse because it was lighter. Honey, that is the point of it. Everything does not need to be thick, heavy, super sweet, because we're talking about summer. If you are going to the beach, if you have on your beautiful flowing maxi dress, this is going to be the perfect scent combination. And because it is not a perfume, perfect for high heat, all right? But however, these wear with that longevity that you would expect from a perfume. So you're going to smell scented and you're going to feel luxurious. There is nothing like exfoliating your body and putting on this combination. I mean, you really could just put this on to be fine, but when you put on the oil with it, magnificent. I cover myself in the body milk, and then in very strategic places, I will do the oil just to give me a little extra shine. But all of the places that are covered, no oil, because I want those to remain fresh and dry as long as possible. So if it's a day like today, I got on this cute tank, Amazon special, honey. I just put a little oil, okay? It's gonna add just the right amount of sheen and shine so that you're not greasy looking, all right? It's not summer. We don't need to douse ourselves in oils because when we get outside, the sun is gonna heat that skin up and give it a glisten, a glow, a sweat. But I'm loving Island Muse, a huge, huge hit for me, to the point where I loved all three of the fragrances, but this one with this sour sop and all the fruits mentioned, like, I just cannot get enough of it. Love it. Island Muse from Skin Potion. Don't forget, you guys, when you shop Skin Potion, you can save 10% when you use my discount code. It will always be in the description box below. Now let's move on to something that is a little boozy, but don't fret because it's not going to be the troublesome type. We're talking gin here, and you know that gin just wears in a very different way as far as your boozy notes. A lot of people can't take the rums, the cognacs in the summer. That is so fall and winter for a lot of people. Even when they try to put it in a summer fragrance, it's just hard for people to digest sometimes, depending on how sensitive you are to boozy notes. Gin and tonic is perfect. This wears with clasp because it is in Mink Love. Okay, so we're talking very French, but this is Little Sexy. It's so easy for any, it's genderless. It truly is genderless. So don't let the fact that it is, I don't want to say it's marketed towards the males. I don't know how it's marketed. I just know that this was sent to me in the larger size a year ago, maybe a couple years ago. Loved it. Loved it. All right. And we're back again for round 2 in the smaller bottle. So Gentonic has a lot of notes. So it is a freshie with the most gorgeous complexities to it. And I love particularly the way the mint and the lime come across in this fragrance. They are stunners. Okay. So this fragrance opens with notes of tonic water, lime, gin, peppermint, ginger, bigarade or bigarade. I don't know how to pronounce that fruit. I'm so sorry. And pink pepper. And you have middle notes of lily of the valley, cypriol, cedar, orange blossom, and nutmeg. Base notes of moss, vetiver, white musk, sandalwood, and amber. It is very aromatic. You get so much of the top notes, but as it begins to dry down, the florals help to give it this soft, powdery touch in a way. It does wear a touch green because you do have that peppermint that you really do get in here, but this is blended to perfection. I'm telling you, if you want something that really does give you almost like this effervescent gin and tonic experience, but wearable and classy and just properly executed, gin and tonic is it. This was such a success for the house. Like, I can't believe we don't have a gin and tonic nectar, honey. But it is a love for me, and again, a truly genderless, sexy freshie that everyone needs to get their nose on. Thank you so much for sending this bottle over to me in Mink Love, because the one that I have was absolutely getting very low. I wear it, my little nephew wears it when he comes over. That's like his scent, honey. And so happy to have a backup now in my collection. Again, gin and tonic from Mink Love. Let's go ahead and get into a rose fragrance, and typically the roses I have are not fresh. I probably got about 3 total, but this is the cleanest one. This one really does have a soapy vibe, and I don't have many fragrances that lend to soapy. Maybe this one and Blanche by Byredo, but other than that, I think that's it. So many people get soapy from white floral, like my daughter gets that. Every other third fragrance, honey, smells like soap to her. Not me. This absolutely smells soapy, but with rose, and I do not see that combination together. So Rose Era smells unique to me. It's very unique to my collection, and I think if you're a clean girl, if you're in clean girl era, but you also enjoy a rose, you want something unique that's not going to break the bank, then Rose Era is it. One thing about Sniff, they're going to give you a fragrance that is wearable but with a twist. None of their fragrances smell generic. At least in the mini that I own, I don't have anything from Sniff that smells like other things in my collection. This one is no exception. So Rose Era has notes of damask rose, rose, strawberry, soap, pear, dewdrop, fabric, ambrette, woody notes, saffron, and moss. So yeah, you're getting something like this very fresh, clean, soapy laundry. Like, y'all just got this out of the dryer, you guys. It smells so fresh and beautiful. A really clean, it has a really beautiful musky quality to it. You do pick up on the moss, so if you're troubled by moss, I would say try to get a sample of it first. I get something very aquatic, soapy, clean, and a touch like fruity rose. All right, now the strawberry is not going to be a standout note, so if you're looking for, oh, you know, the strawberry fragrance, this is not that, but you may pick up on it ever so slightly. All right, so Rose Era from the House of Sniff. I love this one for really hot days. Now let's go ahead and dive into Oh My Gourmand. This is the latest release from Joussette, the only gourmand feature in today's video, but trust me, you do not have to let your gourmands go in really high heat. I think the citrus vanillas, the citrus gourmands really do well, but this one wears with such a unique quality to me. This is a scent split exclusive. You cannot get this Joussette anywhere else, all right? And of course, with scent split, the wonderful thing about it is you can start with a good 5 ml decant to figure out if something is full bottle worthy. Spin the block, because when you get that sample, they're going to send you like a 15% off or some kind of coupon, so you can save on the full bottle. All right, so Oh My Gourmand is definitely grapefruit, meringue, and you actually get something that smells like rice. I don't know why my nose is picking up on something that smells like tea, almost like sweet southern iced tea, but not too much sugar. All right, again, this has a sweetness to it because they mention like cookie in the base, but it's not overly sweet. This one, it's kept just fresh enough where you can enjoy a gourmand when it's 95 degrees outside. And again, that rice powder, the Oris, is going to make you feel a little drier than something that is that super saccharine, sugary, heavy, ambery sweet. This is not that, all right? So Oh My Gourmand opens with notes of red currant, grapefruit, and orange. You have middle notes of meringue, custard, and vanilla, and you have base notes of cookie, Oris, rice powder, and butter. Don't let the fact that custard and butter are mentioned in here, it's not something that wears heavy and thick. This is actually one I'm going to say take a decant with you and top it off, because for me personally, I can't really smell it on me after about 4 hours. But again, it is a new release. We will see how it develops over time. But I think the moral of the story in today's video is a lot of these are citrus top note heavy. You need to decant them and take them with you if you don't get long wear. Some of these, like the next one we're going to talk about, you will get all day wear. No need to decant, all right? But majority of citrus forward fragrances are ones that burn off a lot faster than, you know, your typical darker spicy scents that are relegated to fall and winter. So loving this one for sure. This one, Oh My Gourmand, a scent split exclusive from Giussette. Now this next one is called Breathe Me, and this is from Michaela Mazzetti. I got this and I was wearing it quite a bit when I got it, but then I just kind of forgot about it and I took it out and it was just like, oh my God, this needs to go on the tray so that I can wear this, especially now that it is like dead of summer here in Atlanta. And this wears with a uniqueness. It is very, very, very fresh for sure. This is almost like this ozonic air, okay? Like the sun is shining so bright, honey. There is no cloud cover today. You are getting the full extent of the sun. You are enjoying an Aperol spritz, okay? And you are just enjoying a beautiful seaside cocktail or lunch, brunch type situation with your summer boo. That is like the mindset. We're on the Amalfi Coast, or we're riding a Vespa, you know, somewhere through Lake Como or something, honey. I don't know, but this is giving me vacation, but not in that tropical tiare flower type of fresh beachy way. It's so beautiful, and again, really long lasting and unique, especially for something so fresh. So check this one out. Again, this one is from the house of Michaela Mazzetti, and this is Breathe Me. So you know I had to put a musk fragrance in here. Originally I had Musk Therapy on the list, but I feel so many people are very familiar with it. It is beautiful, but I'm going to tell you what I have been pulling for the most this spring and summer. Like since it came out, I have been obsessed. I got myself one. I got my nephew one for his birthday. Even though he's 7, baby, he puts the thing on. He puts fragrance on all the time, and he's always in my sister's collection, and she has all these feminine fragrances. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get my little nephew something that's unisex, okay? And Summer Mink is the musk I have been wearing the most this spring and summer. It is so good. It is so good. You would think Drake is dropping a fragrance, it's gonna lean masculine. The bottle would suggest maybe, but it is marketed as unisex and it is so genderless. I literally cannot. The notes would even have you think that maybe this is gonna lean a little, you know, but the florals really help balance out the clary sage, the petitgrain, the citrus. That top speaks to a masculine fragrance, but the mid speaks to feminine or unisex, and so does the base. And so this one is just a stunner. It's so cozy. There is a slight sweetness to it. Don't know where this is coming from, but the spices give it a sexy edge. The musk is front and center. If you love musk, you need to march on down to Ulta and try this fragrance. I'm pretty sure they have a display. Try it on your skin, spray yourself on your clothes, like walk around, see how you feel about it, because I'm pretty sure if you're a musk lover and you want something that's a little aromatic, you're gonna love this fragrance, all right? Beautifully balanced, wonderful 10 out of 10, moderately priced scent that I just cannot stop wearing. It's very addictive, okay? Musky, addictive, perfect for all year, quite frankly. But because it's so musky, perfect for high heat, all right? Wore this one a lot with that 108-degree heat index in Chicago. Again, this one is Summer Mink from the House of Better World, Drake's fragrance line. Now this next one has a lot of ambroxan in it that makes it really last, okay? You actually don't need a lot of it. You can overspray this one, or you can just take it easy, just depending on the type of girl you are. But Lemonada, I had a travel size. Was it a travel size or 5 ml of this one at first? Loved it. Got the full bottle into my collection, and I think this is a really beautiful, fresh fragrance that's got a mango and grapefruit that really shines, okay? So you're getting something that almost smells effervescent to me. This this reminded me of the much fresher take on something like a God of Fire. Some people, I don't know, just didn't get that, but this was reminding me, like all the way in the backdrop, it was reminding me of something, but it also smelled different from all the other like grapefruit fresh fragrances, and it took me a while to come to the conclusion, but it is because of the way that mango is done in here. It is so good. So Lemonada from the house of Narcotica opens with red currants, grapefruit, ginger, pink pepper. You have middle notes of mango, marine notes, fig, ambroxan, and elemi. And you have base notes of amber, moss, musk, and cedarwood. If I'm not mistaken, God of Fire has that lemon. So swap out that lemon for grapefruit here, which grapefruit is just sign me up at this point, okay? That is like my favorite summer citrus. But it also has that ginger and mango in common with God of Fire, and that is what is just giving me the same vibe. This one, much fresher take. You can own both. God of Fire ain't nothing fresh about it. It's mango, it's heavy, it can be too much for high heat. It's too much for high heat, okay? Just depending on how you are with fragrances. And the lemon is lemoning in that one, so I really have to be in the mood for it. This one, I can just put it on honey. I want to smell fresh, a little sexy, a little fruity. Lemonada. Lemonada all day. Love it down. And you really do need to try this one out if you're looking for a stunning grapefruit fragrance. All right, so that is it for me, you guys. These are fragrances I would highly recommend you check out if you want something that will be perfect for hot weather. Drop me a line below and let me know fragrances that you are pulling for, as again, everyone's got a heat wave going on right about now. So these would be perfect again for that, but I want to know what you are wearing. And make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Be sure notification bell is turned on so you don't miss any of my uploads, because sometimes you can be subscribed and you just, hey, if you don't get notifications, you might not know depending on how YouTube is feeling that day. Make sure you give it also a thumbs up because it helps the channel to grow. I love you all, YouTube. I'm so happy to be back with you guys, and I will catch you guys on the next one.